Bespoke designs, striking jewelry, and rooted in culture. Today, my guest is Nadine Kanso, the creator and founder, CEO of Bil Arabi Jewelry. I am so excited to have this episode with her because when I think about Arab culture and how we can really build a brand that exports who we are as an identity, the first person I think of is Nadine. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Nadine Kanso, my guest today for today's episode.
Thank you for having me. It's a beautiful introduction. I'm happy to be promoting the culture and the identity.
Let's talk a little about your story. So today's our first time meeting. We saw each other at an event several years ago, but I love that we're kind of having our first real conversation here with everyone so we can really dive deep a little bit about your story, your journey. Tell us a little about yourself.
I've moved to Dubai 23 years ago. I've started my brand around 18 years back. It all started out of love to who we are as Arabs and how proud we should be as Arabs. So I had a struggle around 9/11. So I was asked to do a photography exhibition at the V&A in London. And it was called Arabize Me. So Arabize Me was the start, if you want, of this kind of thinking. How am I gonna portray who we are? What is my message? How I wanna go about it? And I felt at that time we were attacked, if you want, by the media and who we are as Arabs, and we were all put in a place that we are all terrorists and all of that.
Yeah.
So this did not sit well with me. I had to do something about it, and obviously it was through my photography. And then it kind of translated into jewelry. And
what did you take pictures of?
So basically, I would come to you as an Egyptian, take your picture and ask you to hold a paper that had a small collage of what I like usually to do, collages with words and whatever, and then and the ghatra of the Arabic ghatra that the Arabs wear. And obviously then I would say حبي عربي, my love is Arabic. Or حكيني بالعربي, talk to me in Arabic. And I would write Bil Arabi without al tarif, so it would become Bil Arabi like you actually hear
it.
Exactly. So for me, these messages were embedded in me, and I wanted them to be out. I wanted my message to be introduced to everyone who did not know who we are, because we are not only one category like everybody else in the world. So I wanted to show the pride we have in our language, who we are. We're designers, we're PR people, we're artists, we're politicians. We are good people, and we have a beautiful message to say. We have a beautiful language. We have a huge history of who we are. We brought so much to the world that people had forgotten, like all of that, and they've put us in one place, and they said, like, no, you are that kind of thing. That I wanted to fight back on, and the way I could do it is through my art.
Wonderful. So you're using your art, photography, then when did you switch into jewelry, and how did the jewelry business get started?
So after the first exhibition at the V&A, I came to Dubai, and one of the galleries said, I want to show your work. I want to show your pictures. I want to have this exhibition done. These are amazing. So I started working with IVDE Gallery. At the time, it used to be B21. She showed my work, and then from that, I felt that okay, you come into the exhibition, you look at the picture, it says بحبك بالعربي, تفكيري عربي, my thinking is Arabic. Okay, so my message, if it wants to go like on a larger scale or to a wider audience, how am I gonna do that? So basically I said, like, why don't we have our letters in Arabic? We had the names, we had Allah, we had the Quran, we had, some verses or whatever, but we never really had the initial in Arabic. So this is where I was like, okay, I'm going to wear my initial in Arabic.
You were one of the first people to ever do it.
I am the first person who did it.
Yeah.
We had things in the souk, as I said, but never the initial in jewelry. So I did the first ring, which had a noon, and then Zayan at the time, who had sauce rocks, sauce, said like, okay, I want some of these pieces. I want a ring for me. I want a ring for a friend. And this is how it all started. Another friend of mine, Rasha Shaath, she goes, I want to have my art. And I found myself making these. And then people said like, well, how about a necklace? How about an earring? I did not have a name for the brand. I was just doing this. I was like, okay, I need to do a packaging. I need to brand this because it's becoming not an art project anymore, but a business. And I found myself looking for a name. And I said, like, why am I going so far? The exhibition was called Arabize Me or Min Ana in photography. And I was writing all these words in حبي عربي احكيني بالعربي and all of this, like, okay, it has to be بالعربي. And no, it's as simple as that.
It's a very simple name in Arabic,
exactly.
Bil Arabi.
And it comes from the heart, obviously. It comes from who we are. And this is how it started.
And what was it like to go from creating something for a few friends to now it's a company and you're like an entrepreneur now?
I am.
Customers, products, packaging, sales.
We're still growing organically 18 years down the road. It's been a really beautiful journey because obviously, as I said, it's from the heart and it has a message and a statement. And it was never about the money or about the business. And it's still kind of not. But things, after 18 years, you get pulled into doing so many things that you might not totally agree with, like, because you think it's still a statement and it's still an art project. But at the end of the day, you have an office at D3, you have 6 employees, you have stores that you retail at, you have influencers that wear your
products.
You have obviously a PR agency, and then you have to do what you have to do. So it's a learning curve. It's a beautiful journey. And I don't know, you might ask me what you want to do later, and probably you're going to ask me that. I have no clue. If I don't plan 5 years down the road. It's not who I am. It's not what I do. So, yeah.
And it's changed a lot in 18 years. So when you started your business, there weren't online websites and e-commerce. You were selling them at retail stores.
100%.
And today you have a whole online end-to-end offering, correct?
We do, and we're reworking actually at the moment our website. It has a new look, but we will announce it a little bit later on once everything is clean and no glitches and all of that.
What was that like, that journey from going from retail? And do you still sell it in retail, or is it just online only now?
No, we do sell in retail. We have our showroom in D3. Obviously, we sell with Bloomingdale's, Unas, that store, and obviously we do a lot of trunk shows around the region. And we have obviously clients from Australia to London to LA who ask us for things. Paris, London, you name it. We do all of that. It has been interesting for somebody who comes from the art world and not from the managing / business kind of a thing. I keep on learning a lot, actually. I'm not good with numbers, but I manage. So
I'm not good with numbers either. You're okay. You're fine.
I'm fine as long as I'm doing. I'm not going in the red. Let's put it this way. We're growing year on year. Maybe not 10% or all of these big numbers, but we're a very healthy business. We grow every year, and I'm happy with that. I have my peace of mind.
Yeah, and that's important.
It is.
Do you feel like an artist or an entrepreneur?
No, definitely an artist. No. Yeah. No, I am an artist. Yeah. I try. I am obviously an entrepreneur because I built something from scratch, and it's doing well after 18 years, and we have potential to grow in the market, and not only in the UAE, obviously, and across the region, Saudi, all of that, and hopefully globally with the right partnerships, obviously. So yeah, it's but no, I'm at heart I'm a designer. I'm an artist.
Let's talk a little bit about that globally piece that you just mentioned, because one of the things that I like to do with my platform and brand is I love to be a poster child for Egypt and Dubai, and also export everything I do to share that with my friends and family and business associates in the US. How are you thinking about Arab identity and culture and sharing that with the world, and what do we have to do more of that?
I think we're at a much better place nowadays. If I think 18 years back, there was a struggle who we are as Arabs and all the, again, I'll go back to 9/11 as a point, because a lot of people at that time felt that they didn't want to name their kids. And I always say that in all my interviews, like Arabic names, I heard it. I know people, it's like, okay, no more, Omar, or no more, whatever it is, or Amr, or
Muhammad, things that are very obvious that these are Arab names.
Let's go to more Jad, Jude, and all of
Adam.
that, which is fine. But then I felt at that time we're losing a lot of who we are. And this is why I started actually this business. Or not business, like this project. I feel today we're much better because I think countries like the UAE have put people like us on the map, and actually put this region on the map to showcase not only the talent, the mentality, who we are really, and how beautiful we are. Beautiful, and not not physically, but in terms of like how we look at things, how we are welcoming, how we're loving, and how we're accepting of everyone, which is not unfortunately found in anymore in other countries. So for me, how to go globally, and my message, it has always been, you need to see who we are. You need to understand us. You need to learn our story, like we learn your story. Why am I at school learning the French Revolution and not learning about Ibn Sina, or you name it?
Yeah.
Whatever, we can discuss that as long as we can. We need to show the world that we are. We have strong heritage, strong culture, and it is a beautiful one. From Arabic to Islam to whatever you want, you have it all here.
What's the what do you think is the thing that people don't understand the most about Arab culture?
They confuse it with Islam. I think this is one of the struggles I find in my brand. So basically, the well-traveled people understand Bil Arabi, the brand, and they see how modern or contemporary it is, how bling it is, how like cool and fun. Like artists, singers, all these people relate to it. People who traveled, who know, who are culture. People who are not and just listen to the media in one way, then like, oh my God, you have an Arabic name? No, this is like, it becomes political, or I would say ignorant in some ways. And this is where the struggle is for businesses like mine.
Yeah, 100%. Because they have to not just promote their brands, but they have to also tackle other issues that have to do with the culture that
exactly
they're bundled into dealing with.
Yeah. So guys, Arabic is not Islam. You have Christians that are Arabs. Like, just like learn a little bit more about who we are.
One of the things that I think a lot of people, especially on social media, most of people communicate in English.
True.
And yesterday, a friend of mine was telling me that at her company here in Dubai, that they're trying to force people to write emails in Arabic to preserve the language and the culture.
Of course.
So because a lot of your work is the typography of the letters, the calligraphy of the letters, why is that penmanship like so important to you? And what can we do to preserve the art of the language and the letters and actually speaking, talking, drawing, communicating in Arabic?
I mean, we have to push it as much as we can. You have to start at home. I mean, we were talking just before starting our conversation now. We were saying that, my kids read Arabic, but probably not fluent. They speak well, they can communicate, but probably they will not be able to write you a proper paragraph in Arabic. And that is sad. I push them as much as they can, but they're surrounded by English, French, and all other languages, and it's the easiest way to communicate. So if we need to protect that, we need to actually push people to love their language, to teach it in a way that they accept it and are happy with it. The thing is, 20 years from, like, let's say you put your kid in school and they come out without speaking any Arabic, they'll come back to you. And this happened.
Oh, and they'll be mad.
And not mine. Yeah, not my kids, because obviously my kids speak Arabic. Have friends where the kids come back to them. It's like, why didn't you teach us Arabic? and they would tell them, we taught you Arabic, but you didn't want to be taught. But they did not insist, and they let it go, and they ended up not speaking their mother tongue.
This same conversation happened at my sister's house.
Yeah,
where the kids were like, Mom, why didn't you let us like focus? And they're like, because you didn't want to go to the lessons, you didn't want to take the classes.
Yeah, we need to put more effort.
And then they're like, you didn't want to. Like, yeah, but I was 6 years old. Why were you listening to me? Why didn't you force me to do it?
100%. This is what my message would be. Please tell, have the patience, because you need a lot of patience, because there's going to be a lot of struggle. Yes, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to class. I don't want the Arabic teacher to come home. And then you end up losing a language.
It's a hard language to understand.
Yeah, but so is Chinese, and people are starting, to learn Chinese before Arabic, and they're Arabs because they think the economy is going to be all about the
Mandarin,
China,
yeah,
and
speaking.
No. You preserve your own identity. This is your strength. This is your language. This is what holds you together as not only a family, but as a nation, as an Arab world. You lose that, really?
What do you have left if you don't have your identity?
Exactly. I mean, obviously we're the children of the world, and we travel and we fly and we live everywhere now, and you're on Zoom and you don't need any of that. But I think it's sad to see all of that, being, evaporated, if you want, or losing it. And if they are asking people to write their messages in Arabic, good. We need to preserve that. We need
100%. How much of your success is attributed to being able to build this in the UAE?
I mean, the UAE is everything. It's not only a place of heart. To me, I'm Emirati at heart. This is what I always say. Because I've been here 23 years, and I kind of grew up with Dubai. Obviously, she grew up much quicker and stronger and faster. In parallel, I grew my business here. I started my business here. It is a platform for a lot of people, especially back in the days and still up till today.
Yeah.
It gives us a lot, especially coming from countries where everything was taken away from us, let alone the civil war, and then the invasions, and you name it.
Yes.
The money on top of that recently.
Yeah.
And so Dubai and the UAE have been not only home, but they've been a good place to plant.
Yeah, incubate your idea.
Exactly, and let it grow. You have room for everything. And as we say in Arabic, shatir bishatartu. So basically, if you're good at it, you'll make it.
Yeah.
So yeah. I guess Dubai, the UAE is the place to be.
Yes.
Always and forever.
Always and forever. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the jewelry line. So how do you release products every season? Are you more rings, bracelets? Talk to us about the essence of your collections, and tell us a little bit more about what to expect coming up.
As I said, it's about love. So you have the word love, hub or bhabbak, always in my work. It's based mainly on that, obviously, and mainly on calligraphy. I release, because I'm the sole designer so far, every year a collection. But throughout the year, we will have few pieces just to bring attention to certain events like Ramadan, or the start of the summer. We do something with a small turquoise, or all of that. So all the collections are named in Arabic, obviously. So you have the latest collection, which would be Hubbi, which is this one.
Oh, wow. That's gorgeous.
This one. So you can't see the word hub, but it's there.
It's there.
So basically going back to trying to put this product in the West. So something like that would be perfect, because you have Arabic. It says hub, but you can't see it.
We can't see it.
Even as an Arab. So you have to look for it. That's my latest collection. Otherwise, you'll have all of these. You have this from last year, which is called
stunning.
Tame, which means love. And then you have love on the sides. So every time, if you look at my jewelry from the beginning all the way till now, it was more basic with the letters and the words bhabbak, and very plain gold, very sculptural, very, just like what you see is what you get, very classic. And obviously with time, it became more abstract, more evolved. You would use words like wow, Bil Arabi. So all of that. So it's a little bit more modern, or like more discreet, more abstract. The calligraphy has evolved a lot. And this is, I think, a strength that I have, is I don't stick to the same thing. It is basically the same, but the evolution is quite major when you look at calligraphy and typography.
And you sit in the studio and you write it yourself?
Yeah, so basically I sketch. I come up with a story and the name for the collection. I have some sketches sent to the workshop, and the workshop, they actually work on, depending on which workshop I work with.
Yeah.
Some of them are fully handmade, like this one, like Hub.
The gold one, yeah, that's beautiful.
This is one of our classic. And otherwise you go to 3D more stuff, and then you just send this. They do it and
the
cast
model.
it
Yep.
and model it. Or the wow, where you have actually enamel, which is very popular nowadays. And then you just do the calligraphy. They take it, they mold it, they put it in the oven, they take it, they polish it, they bring it back.
It's like your babies. You see them
Yes,
go
of
in
course.
from a sketch on design to comes back to a product that you're actually wearing.
Yeah, there's a lot of pride in what I do, not only because it's Arabic, but also because we produce in the UAE. So everything is made here.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So everything is made in the UAE. And this is great. I mean, from hand making, totally like really handwork, to more modern and like up to standards like Italy and Europe.
What's next for you?
What's next for me? I mean, I did a beautiful collaboration with Guerlain not long ago. So I'm in the archives of Guerlain. So this is a global thing.
Wow.
And that was a major collaboration that probably opened the door to a lot of things, which I'm grateful for. What's the future is grow the business and make it more of a business, and maybe find a business partner, investor, and take it to the next level, hopefully.
Wonderful.
So if you have any ideas, please.
Yeah, we're going to get those going right away.
And make it more actually found in, in Paris, London, with people who understand the brand and would love to be part of this journey, because obviously today we are in a better place in the Arab world.
Of course.
So we have a stronger voice politically and obviously on the fashion level, on the design level, which is amazing. So hopefully for better things.
Who inspires you? Or where does your inspiration come from, I should say?
It comes from within. I always say that, because as a creative, you have to have that talent. You have to have that urge to actually want to create. You keep on thinking and you keep on dreaming of what you want to do next in terms of design and creativity. So either you're creative or you're not. No matter how hard you try, if you are not, you are not. So just if you want to have a brand, just like have someone design for you, that's okay. But don't call yourself a designer if you're not. It comes from looking at people and being inspired by them. I'm inspired by love. I obviously am inspired by what's happening around me. When it comes to war, I think my message when it comes to love, I say it and I try to, live it and talk about it all the time, because I think when we find love, we find peace. And I think in this part of the world, and actually nowadays everywhere in the world, you need love and you need peace. So if my message is that, I hope I can make a slight change.
You are making a change, and you are making a difference, and you are inspiring us. Nadine, where can people find you, follow you, or even buy Bil Arabi jewelry?
You can find me in my office most of the time in D3, Dubai Design District. This is where our showroom is. Obviously, you can find us at that store in Mall of the Emirates. We are with the Bloomingdale's in Dubai Mall, Unas Online. We are in Burj Al Arab, if you happen to have a coffee there. And obviously online through our website, bilarabi.ae.
Nadine Kanso, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for
You
having
inspired me.
You inspire us all.
Bil Arabi. Thank you.
Bil Arabi, أكيد.
Thank you.